It has been, I don't know how long it's been. It's like,
Just to show you. That's the gloves.
No, but it doesn't. Let me see. What's going on, Nicole? Minister Stephanetta, how are you? We haven't done this in I don't know how long, but there's a lot of good topics for the youth. Kim Floyd, how you doing? God bless you. Jacques Carnwell, Larry Graham, Valerie
McPhail. Bradley.
Yolanda, I love you
Bradley.
too. Ada. Cheryl. Fawn. Baby. Hersha. She said, my favorite couple was here. How you doing? Glenda. How you doing? Hey, y'all. Aroma. It's so good to see you. God bless you. Iris. Where is Reggie? Where's Reggie? Larry and Sean. Thank you so much for the beautiful painting. We got to get together. Cornelia Payne is saying hello. She wants to join us. Hold on. Wait a minute. Kim Floyd. Zelda. God bless you. How you doing? It is good to see you all. Someone said happy birthday to us. Well, thank you, Cornelia. We're still celebrating. Tiffany Holmes. How are you? Laura Renee. What's going on? Where is
Curtis.
Curtis. How are you guys? I hope you guys are tuning in. God bless you, Yatiga. It's good to see you. Lydia Martin, how you doing? God bless you. Where is Sean, Leary? Where is Sean? Dottie Keith Reynolds. Good to see you. Where's your husband? God bless you. To each and every one of you under the sound of our voice. We didn't tell people that we were logging on tonight.
But,
however,
we are back.
We have done a couple
We're back on our Mondays. That's
right. We've been crazy.
Yeah,
it's been crazy.
We're back on our Mondays.
Cheryl, it's good to see you. How are you? Look at Laura Renee. She just tagged
3. What's up?
God bless you, Sai. How are you? It's good to see you all. Justin Graves is going up to timeline and said, happy birthday, Kiosha. Where's Gia? In fact, where is your husband, Justin Graves?
Yeah. What's going on, Justin? I'm going to meet up with you somewhere along the line with Bishop.
Look at Gigi.
Galzine.
Ain't no Galzine.
I said Gal. I ain't got to say it right. I can say it like I want to.
Nothing in the mailbox, Mother Cece. How you doing? God bless you all. Missy, find me somebody to couple with. Missy Mitchell is single, and she is looking for someone to couple with.
I thought we did, Missy.
When?
It's a giant that walked in the church yesterday.
We don't know his story yet, baby.
I'm just playing, Missy.
We ain't hooking nobody up with no.
We ain't look.
We got
we
to do the background
we ain't
check
hooking
first.
Nobody.
The holy hookup. We got to do the background check.
Somebody said, Fred, next time go to. Let me tell y'all something.
What is it, Fred? Next time go to the plantation?
Yeah, next time go to the plantation.
Go ahead and tell them what happened. We were on our way to the plantation, and it didn't end well. No, it didn't end well.
Yeah, I got set up by the devil. The devil set me up.
Don't blame the devil on this.
I'm going to blame the devil because in that Christmas shop, it was a devil in there. It was a devil in the Christmas shop.
The devil's in the Christmas
Incarnate.
What?
Incarnate.
Incarnate.
That means that he was in person.
Fred, let me help you.
What?
We will never go to another plantation.
I didn't say that.
We're not going. No, we ain't doing this no more. Because we can't even get to the sites.
Me and her together.
Without you.
Yeah, one of us.
Shane, for the grace of God, there go I.
Yeah. We'll go with a group of y'all. Because y'all be able to hold y'all pastors together. I think we did well because we had all our family with us.
When we were in New Orleans?
Yeah, it was just me and you. We was true Bonnie. It would have been a Bonnie and Clyde today.
No. Let's paint. Let's paint the picture. Let's picture you on the plantation today.
With this on.
No. With Sean.
Oh, it wouldn't have been nice.
No, hold on, I ain't done.
Nah,
with Curtis.
No, it wouldn't have been nice. It wouldn't have been nice. I'd have had not with Curtis and Sean. It wouldn't have been nice.
And I thank God that I have done.
There would have been another level
well.
of testosterone.
Yeah, because you know,
power in the more than in the Holy Ghost.
So we almost got in trouble. Mother Cece said holy hookups are needed. So let's just do it like this. Everybody that's on here that is single, that is looking for somebody.
Gigi talking about I got bail money. You gonna need it, boy, today if that man would have said one more crazy thing. No, with
Gigi too. Just, you know how he do. He'll be like, sir, beloved. No, it's not gonna go down like that. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. And Gigi would be the one to tear the drapes off of the big house and make a nice dress out of it. That's the type. It's when I'm talking about the shenanigans of people and personality that is around us. I don't even want to say nothing because you know
Chris was good.
Michelle about it. It's Chris too. He be about it.
Yeah, we got some men in UCI that gonna stand with the apostle.
We're not going to the plantation.
Period.
Ever.
We going back.
No, I can't go with you.
We gonna go. You ain't got to go with me. I'm gonna take my men and we gonna go. We gonna take us a trip.
What y'all gonna do with the plantation?
We gonna go and just walk through there and just let them feel the power.
Cause you know we almost got kicked out
of the return. That's what we gonna call it.
When you
we gonna take a men's trip and we gonna go to the plantation in Savannah and we gonna call it the return.
So y'all gonna go in there like
we gonna go. Yes, sir. For all the blood that was spilled.
He almost turned into Django. Seriously, it almost turned into an episode of Django. Anyway, we're here to have a dialogue. Michelle Johnson, how you doing? Yolanda Banks.
Tag somebody, tell them that the Goodens are on in coupling.
Kimberly talking about some period.
Period. Come on now. The men of UCI. We gonna come back because she said she don't want to come back with me now.
No, it's not that I don't want to.
She don't want to come. That's all right.
Because it takes you to this dark place.
No, I'm gonna be ready, but I'm gonna be in a better mood. It's just gonna be a different type of mood.
I mean, I'm with you on that, but Fred, you come with guns blazing through the door.
I can't help that man. That man, that Christmas shop set me up.
You want to go back over there, Fred? It's right up the street. We just go back.
Old. He too old. He too old.
Okay.
He too old because it may come out him. He 2 days away from sitting down.
Y'all pray for me. This is what happens when you get all this testosterone. And yeah. Someone said my husband, David Riley, said he's coming with
Come on, David. The men of UCI and CCM going back to the plantation in Savannah. We gonna rile. Look, I'm gonna say it in the country way. We gonna rile up the place.
Go to your cage. Go to your cage. So our topic, and Chris gets on now too. I can't.
That's my man.
Look, Chris said, "I'm ready, Apostle."
$100,000.
Okay. Now that somebody said I'm 51 and single. There are women on here saying that they're single. And they want to meet someone. So let's talk about that because the young lady just said that she's 51. So it brings us right into
the subject.
Our subject.
Mm-hmm.
It is very bad out here.
Wow.
For those who are trying to be betrothed, dating, or whatever it is that you guys are trying to do. From what we have understood, it is very difficult to find someone, no matter which category you're trying to put them in. So last night we were watching the BET Awards, and it brings us here. We just turned 51. In fact, my husband's birthday was Sunday. Mine was on the 18th. What you say, bye-bye?
I said thank you guys.
Right, and we thank you both
for
all your love,
awesome
your cards,
birthday.
Your gifts, and
all
everything. It was amazing.
Everything.
And so we begin to look at the people who are in our age group. And so don't let the young people go away. We want everyone to just log on because we're going to be talking about something that nobody wants to do. So watch this. There's almost 600 people. We need you to click, tag, and share. We want everyone to put their age in the comment section. So put your age in the comment section. Yolanda said, I'm 49 and I'm single and waiting. Patricia said, I'm 61 and I'm single. Keisha, God-fearing, put your age up. Everyone put their age group up. Carla says, I'm 53, single.
Jessica says,
definitely
very
sexy
difficult.
in Florida. Kim Floyd said, I'm 58. Someone said, yes, ma'am, dating today is not easy. Thank you for saying we're a beautiful couple. We're honored
Thank
to
you.
serve each other. Someone else, put your age group up there. Someone said, I'm 62 and I'm single. Put it up. Just turned 51 and I'm single. Put your age group up. We're doing something. Put your age group up. Missy Mitchell says, I'm 50 and she's single. 68 and single. Let me have the mic. Oh, goodness, Mother Cece said that. Citrese says she's 45.
Did she say that?
Mother Cece don't play.
Okay.
Mother Cece's body, you know that. 36, 43, 40. Chris, you ain't single. We know that. 51 and real single, she said. 64 and single. So everyone that is single, you're putting up your age group there and you're saying you're single. It is very difficult out here because what we have seen is that through social media and or watching even the BET Awards, that something has happened. Even Versa with RJ and Omarion and Mario and whoever there is. Nobody wants to grow old.
Yeah.
No one wants to be gracefully.
Yeah.
And so even if you have people who are in a specific age group, you are single at a specific age group, connecting to an age group that doesn't want to grow old. They want to act young. So what do you do when you're out here and you're trying to date of your age group or your peer, and you're in your 40s, 50s, and 30s, and they're acting like they're 19, 20, and 21?
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so there you go. So let's see.
We lost a few people, but
no, it's the Wi-Fi. So y'all just bear with us. Someone said I'm 41 and I'm married.
yeah.
So as we stated before, because the Wi-Fi is perfect, it says it's perfect. We're on the connection. What do you do when you are a specific age group and nobody wants to be, nobody wants to grow old?
Yeah.
So,
So looking at the BET Awards last night, you can plainly see that, well, not just the BET Awards, we living in a society of people that want to do everything to change the course of their age.
okay.
The problem is we're trying to connect to something that God Himself says is lost.
Okay.
And so everybody wants to be this young person. I do think. Why you look like that?
No, go ahead.
I do think that as far as your health, taking care of yourself, doing those things as far as exercising, those type things, natural type things, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you go out your way to try to sustain yourself by looking like young people, talking like young people, and acting like young people, for people that are out there in that age and trying to date, it could be crazy. Some men that I've come in contact with, and they still got their pants hanging down. They still have this mannerism like they're 20, 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. And for us, we're like, where's our generation going at?
I think
at
all
this time, we're
generation is
supposed to
lost.
be, but I'm thinking at this time, we're supposed to be leading. We're supposed to be leading, and I mean passing the torch. Like Kirk Franklin did.
Yeah.
We should be recognizing now. This is the thing this was so wonderful about Kirk Franklin being in our age category, but still passing the torch. He ain't done yet.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't near about what he's done yet.
So what is wrong with this age group? What's wrong with the generation? What's wrong with, like, we looked at Little Kim. We looked at even Puffy. We looked at all of these individuals that we grew up listening to. Jodeci, even Kirk Franklin. The generation now is shifting. But it seems as if the generation that's in our peer group, they don't want to grow old. They don't want to look old. They don't want to. The Bible said that a hoary head is a sign of great wisdom. And even though we wear these lace fronts, it's a whole lot of wisdom underneath these heads. I think the word that we're going to use, thank you, is maturity.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be mature in the age that maturity is supposed to speak. So when people are out here dating, they're dating with the sense that even though you're a specific age group, that a level of maturity is going to come with it, and we can get an understanding about what it is that we want to do.
Yeah.
And people don't want to, never mind grow old and look old, they don't want to be mature.
Well, that's the part right there.
Explain that. What happened? Something paused with the arrested development of maturing, and there is a problem. And that's why you got a lot of single women. You got a lot of single people out here because nobody wants to mature. Someone just said dating in 2022 is horrible. So somebody dropped the ball where maturity is. Now, I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to tell you what my statistical studies come to terms with why people are so immature in this season.
Why do you? I mean, say what you.
No, as a man's perspective, when you talk to your boys or when you talk to these men that are single, why are they single at this age group? Because most men want to settle down. You can't hump forever. You can't.
I don't think it's about the perspective. Well, men that I speak with, don't y'all get mad with me. But the men that I speak with say most of the relationships they come in contact with, people are looking for some type of gratification quick. They want to get together quick. They want to get married quick. And these
that's most women.
But this is what the men are. This is what men are saying, that some of the women that they do come in contact with don't want to date. They want to hurry up, and they want to hurry up and get married, or hurry up and build or hurry up and label it.
Do you know how
this
many
is
people
what
are
most of the men say? That's what most of the men say.
That's true. A lot of women specifically feel that they're going to die alone. It seems as if, now correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as if men only want to get married for convenience. That means if they hit a hard spot in their life, if something happens to their health, or if they feel like they're tired of doing it alone. Statistical studies say that most men get married because of health reasons after the age of 50.
Or 70, like some folk.
No, I'm saying, why is it?
I think in some cases, I think you're right.
I think it's very immature.
In some cases, I think you're right. But in some cases, men deal with, and I have said this, and I will continue to say it, that there are a lot of men that are sensitive, still broken, and they just don't want it no more. And so what they do is, and which is not right, they will play with women. They do not want to be in that position no more because they have not been healed. And so they come back out, watch this, and try to renew themselves they catch a little time, they start acting young again. Then they come in contact with some women that will play into that, and the next thing you know, they've recreated themselves into nothing.
I think that happens, I believe what happens is, when you get a certain age group, there is something called a woman of a certain age. I'm 51. I am what you call a woman of a certain age. There's a level of me that has always been mature, but a wisdom part of me speaks at a certain age, the majority of women. I believe what happens is most men who are out here and they get divorced, they now decide that they're going to relive themselves, almost like a midlife crisis. I believe Lord Renee ain't got no sense. She did. I believe that what happens is, if you really think about what age you are, that's why I said to just say what age group you're in. If you're a specific age group and you've given someone maybe 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, 23 years, the most of your good years, what happens with most men is when they were in marriages, there were so many rules and regulations, what you could and could not do. And so when they get divorced and they get out here again, they do it all because there's nothing to confine them, because we live in a free-for-all world or society.
And they never had the true meaning of what marriage was. So when they got out of it, because they didn't have the true meaning and they experienced what was then or what will now for them would be a bad marriage, it's going to be hard to get them back to anybody's church, least on altar.
Well, the church or the altar is good, Rev.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying, just regular day-to-day people who are not even going to church.
And I'm just saying, period. I use that for an example, but when you look at men that are like that have never experienced that now, and you can look at somebody, because sometimes it ain't the time, it's what I got to deal with men. It's what men have experienced after they come out of certain situations that it's people, period. When people come out of certain situations and they've been broken and them jokers get free,
okay,
they gonna be hell to deal with.
Okay, so I'm gonna just put this out there. When you're growing old or when you get older, you have ways that you've set aside that you're not gonna compromise.
Yeah.
When you have ways that you refuse to compromise,
men and women,
yeah. Thank you, baby, it gets very difficult to connect with someone because you've already created a pattern and a comfort of safety for yourself.
Yeah.
Especially if you've ever been in a relationship and you gave the wrong person years. That part. When you give the wrong person years, it's almost like you want to get out here and you want to revive those years by just saying, I'm going to date everybody.
And you define everybody by that wrong relationship.
You do. However, I think when you look at people, I think it's very sad that nobody wants to grow old. They don't like it. Let me just say this. I want you to click, tag, and share. I don't care how much money you spend for your body. It's going to go left. What? I'm not saying I'm wrong.
You ain't said, you said.
It's going to go left. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much money you spend for your body, life, nature, and of course the Almighty. Your body is going to metamorphose itself because of age. Maturity is when you get the understanding that I'm out here, and if I choose to date or if I'm dating with the understanding that you gonna see some things that you may not want to see, but the understanding is we are people of a certain age.
Yeah.
These old jokers, watch out there now. You going after women in their 30s and their 20s, and you on a little blue pill. And the reality is you can't keep it up that long, let alone stay awake for the second half of the movie. And I think what happens is nobody wants to grow old and no one's going to receive being old. It's a conundrum of confusion out here because nobody wants to acknowledge that old age is something we're never going to negate. It is going to happen. So date with the understanding. Are you looking for somebody that's 25? Because I'm 50. Are you looking for somebody that's, you got to have
you got to have that conversation.
Yeah, you got to have that conversation. You got to say,
understanding.
Look, what kind of blood pressure medicine you on?
Yeah.
Are you on Viagra? Listen, you got to have these hard conversations because reality is, let me tell you something. I looked at the BET Awards tonight and I said, oh, hell no. I'm doing all right. I don't care if you pluck it, tuck it, and suck it. Old age gonna find you and your body is going to do what it was created to do. And that is age. Don't nobody want to grow old no more.
Yeah. Yeah, and
you looked at BET and you looked at our generation just grow old. Receive in the name of Jesus. Receive it.
I mean, it was all
receive your old age in the name of receive it.
Well, let me ask you something, baby. Now, what about Puffy? Now, Puffy didn't look like he was straight now.
Puffy, he looked like he was doing good.
Right,
however,
good.
There was a certain part of Puffy that missed certain years. And he stated it openly. He stated that there's some years that he missed that he could have grabbed. I think when you're not mature, you miss good opportunities that you could have. Now, that's some truth for you. And I think in immaturity, you miss opportunities that could be great. I think sometimes what happens when a man misses an opportunity to have something great because of his mistakes or because him living or reliving his youthful years, it could be too late.
I think the growing old can be intimidating and scary for some people.
Okay.
And so it's almost, I was thinking about it, that some men and even women want to sit across from somebody that's younger than them because it makes them feel some kind of way.
Explain that, please, sir.
It's like we know a certain person that wants to date young women.
Yeah.
Well, is one of the reasons you want to date them because you don't want to sit across from somebody your same age that you're seeing grow in grace the same way you are. I mean, what is it? You know, and I think that some men, they want to sit across from somebody, and some women, they want to sit across from somebody because they don't want to be reminded of their age. They don't want to be reminded because somehow that makes them feel or forget about the years that they have gone through or the years that's in front of them.
Okay.
I think sometimes they just, I don't want to grow old. So because I don't want to grow old, I'm going to act young. I'm going to look young. I'm going to get young friends. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to get plastic surgery. And none of this stuff will stop the fact that age itself has been ordained by God, and it ain't going to stop.
Well, they ain't got a choice. You gonna grow old. It's coming, hook or crook. Old age is coming. If you don't believe me, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me just do it. I'm 50, right? And 50, you just, this is what happened. You get up, right? But then after a certain age, you got to rock. You got to rock like this, and you gotta get a good and you go And the reality is that's gonna happen.
She like practicing. She ain't got a rock, but she be practicing.
No, it's gonna happen. Your knees is telling the story that your face will never tell. Mic drop. Your knees are gonna tell a story that your face will never tell. I don't care how much Miss Clairol you use. I don't care how many bundles, wigs, and you are going to grow old. And I am saying it is okay.
Yeah.
It is okay. Right now, there is somebody right now that can learn to grow old gracefully by watching you grow old nicely.
And I could, I can say this. There is a such thing as, okay, we're 51, but we're what you call a young 51, right? And then you'll meet somebody your same age, and they're like, it's more than I old, right? So, I mean, you just have to find somebody that matches you.
Right.
You have to find somebody that matches where you are, that matches you, and then have enough confidence in it to start a relationship.
There's some people that say, I don't want to date someone that acts old. You could be a certain age and you don't want to date someone that acts old.
What do you think about that?
I think that when you date someone that acts old, you have to define what that really is. Because you know good and well we got a daughter, and we won't say which one, and she got to be in the bed by 9 o'clock. And she is not old at all. She just implemented certain regulations for everybody to follow because she gets up early. I think that when you want to date someone, you have to get an understanding as to what it is that you're looking for.
Yeah, how do they move? What's their motive? Because if you date somebody, and you could be a young 50, right? Yeah. You could be a young 50 and you meet somebody and they all right, but they are an old 50, meaning that they don't move like that.
Right.
Now, I will say that might not be a match.
Right.
Because at some point you're going to feel like,
But do you really say I don't want to date them because they act old? Define that. What does that mean? And I think when women and men are out here dating, you need to define that. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Misha said they're boring. Define what does that mean?
See that?
What does that mean?
Misha just said that they're boring. It could be.
What does that mean? Misha jumps on her yacht and she goes fishing.
Yeah, and she want a man, even if they the same age, that want to jump on the yacht. That's got some vitality
and vivaciousness. Okay,
right. And that are able at least to match her energy.
Okay, so
right?
wait a minute.
Okay,
so that's fine. However, suppose
because I had to keep up. I had to keep up with this one.
Well, listen.
She gave look. She talking trash. Let me tell you something. God gave me a couple of new batteries.
Amen. Well, glory to God for the batteries. However, you have people that have an old soul. So that's why when
I'm an old soul.
Right.
But I don't act old.
No, you don't. But this is what I'm saying to women who are out here looking, and men. They have to define things.
Cheryl say, what is old?
What is old?
Yes.
And what do you mean by I want someone that is young? You can have someone that may be old in certain areas, but baby vivacious in others. So you have to differentiate where you put that energy. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that I want somebody that's going to stay up to 12 o'clock midnight? Mm-hmm. Or I want someone that'll enjoy segments of youth. Mm-hmm. You have to break that down.
You do.
You know, and I think people are missing it because they have not defined what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because you could say the same thing and go get somebody in their 30s and they can say, you're boring.
Yeah.
Or they can get someone that's young in their 20s and say, you a cougar. Strange. No. Do you have the energy and vitality to keep up with somebody and you are called a cougar?
Yeah, and it's not all.
It's not a bad thing because you got to define what does that mean.
Yeah, I think it comes down again to the only way that I can say that it makes sense for me is making sure your energy matches that person, that the way that you move.
But
I think it's going to be hard to define it according to
specifically.
Right, because
it's
it's dependent on that person. And the way that that person moves.
I think, let me tell you something.
What's up, Wesley?
I am a young 51. But let me tell you something. We was at She Favor, and I leaped off that stage like a Pink Power Ranger. It let me know you can't do this no more. Your body will tell you what you can and cannot do. Mm-hmm. Most people that's hang gliding and skiing and stuff like that, you have to define where do you put that energy in dating. Because in dating, it doesn't mean that they may be old. It might be they don't want to do that anymore. Right. Let's put that energy somewhere else. Yeah. Define that. What does that mean?
Yeah. And I think couples, and I think it's, even though we're talking about growing older gracefully, I think even with couples, some of the things that happens with couples and marriages is at some point one begins to move another way. One might start doing more and this, that, and the other. And you got to make sure that you're matching.
Right.
And because there's nothing wrong with taking your youth back.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with, okay, I'm finna do more. I'm finna go more. Because I haven't went nowhere in 20 years. Okay. Right? Because there's some people that wake up like that one day. One day they wake up, they're a married couple. Mm-hmm. They wake up one day and they realize, man, we just been working hard. And now I want to do some other stuff. Mm-hmm. That is when couples can get challenged because now one wants to try to move a little differently, but it doesn't have to be a challenge. It could be that, you know what? We're going to do this together. And some things you do together and some things you may not do together, but at least you start engaging one another and so that it don't seem like you're a mismatch.
Do you think women who are older, like the women of a certain age, do you think that they should date younger men?
I think some women can date younger men.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So if we're talking about people out here dating, mm-hmm. When you date a younger man, you have to be prepared to date a younger man.
You do.
Because when you start dating younger men, you have to put him in a specific bracket. He may not be able to handle you because there's a level of women that's so mature until we will put you in a category and deal with you for a specific time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what happens is young men have to be very careful when they date older women because they'll play on that.
And some of them,
they know you older woman,
and some women, and some
and
men
you'll
be
a
like
sugar mama.
Yeah, some of those men were like that.
And you'll be a sugar mama. Mm-hmm. These old men running around here with these hoochie daddy shorts. Let me tell you something. You have to be you got to be careful. You don't want to be young at heart and young in wisdom.
Somebody say I attract younger men. I mean, look, they come after my wife every which way but loose. So there are certain women that younger men are going to come after.
Okay.
But you have to decide how you going to handle that. You have to decide whether you can deal with a younger man. Because now, I will say this. Some younger men are mature.
Okay, a woman just went to the timeline and she says, I'm in love with a younger man.
Well,
okay, so
he might be putting out, and we're not just talking sexually, right? That's surface. He may be putting out maturity in a way that is something that
She said that I'm in love with a younger man. Now, she said she's in love with a younger man.
Mm-hmm.
When you date a younger man or you be in love or you're in love with a younger man, that is very risky. Because depending on the age group, he may want children and she may not. Depending on the age group, she may want to do certain things and he's not able to sustain in certain areas. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but you have to be careful of the things that you have to put in a category to see if this is going to work.
Right.
I think women all over the world got to do something because the older men in their age group, they act like they 55 with an AARP card because Viagra is a new thing in these hoochie daddy shorts. So they don't know what to do. And then the women who are older, they want younger men. And then the younger men are like, look, okay, you good. Look, I saw this nice Camaro that I want and try to use it for a credit. So it's just a conundrum of confusion now with dating. So what happens is you have people that be like, man, I ain't doing this mess. Forget this man.
And that's what a lot of people come to.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to the place that I ain't doing it. Why? Because they gonna get out there, they gonna get the benefits of relationships without giving themselves to it.
Why can't people just... I think the sad thing about people out here dating is you supposed to be mature enough to get an understanding.
Right.
The maturity of being a certain age or being a person of a certain age means that, listen here, we're going to go out in moderation and in reason, but, I got a business meeting at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's an understanding that you're supposed to have. Listen, I understand that you want to go around the world, and I'm going to do that. However, let me put things into perspective. I think maturity has to play the biggest part no matter what the age is.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is in people in dating, the Bible even states, with all thy getting, get an understanding. And if you don't have an understanding about what it is that you want, you always are going to be confused. And I believe that even older women have to get an understanding that even though you're set in your ways, you have to compromise.
Everybody
gotta compromise.
Has to compromise.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, when we came together, I did not move like I move now. She will tell you.
Oh yeah.
I did not move the way that I moved. And then she started speeding me up in such a way that she wanted to slow me back down. But we changed. We compromised, we came together, and it brought a balance. But everybody has to... What did you see, baby?
I'm trying to read this woman's comment. Did she say my son is going to kill me because I'm dating somebody 28 years old? And if you said my son, that means, is this his friend? I don't know what...
Yeah. Well, I done seen some strange things.
The devil is an indemnified liar.
Seen some
I don't think that
things.
You mean you tell me you dating somebody that ages your son? Girl...
Enjoy the adventure.
Oh, good God, today. You possibly...
Enjoy your adventure.
I'm going to find her comment. I'm going to put her on my prayer list. The devil is a liar. Okay, if you like that thing, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying be very, very careful. See, when you have an age group like that, I think what people need to first understand when you're out here dating, what age group do you venture towards or stay away from?
Yeah.
And if you are an older woman and you want to date someone in their 20s, why? Why? If they're the same age as your children, I'm not judging you. I'm asking you.
That part right
why?
there. I don't even get it.
No, I'm just asking.
That's the part I can't get.
I'm just saying why.
Yeah.
What is it that could be possibly fulfilling for you
look.
in that dynamic? I wish you'd come back up here and say something. Because let's be honest. When you date and you're a certain age, I know a lot of people don't want to grow old, but let me just say this for argument's sake, and then we got to get out of here. You possibly could be dating your caregiver because you don't know at a certain age what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, baby. I was looking at them boys from Jodeci, and I was like, good God, today, child, I don't know. I looked at, listen to me, the BET Awards scared me.
It was awakening.
It was awakening, but a quickening in my spirit, man. It scared me. I said, what the? Ooh. Because you have to look at, you can't dance sex.
She said her baby daddy dated their child's classmate.
Oh, they did one left. It done did a P-Valley on us. I'm done. You did a whole P-Valley on me, baby. You went left. I can't even watch no more.
Good Lord.
If he did that, if that is I want men from my era. All right, Maxine. But if you date someone that is your children's age, you have to ask yourself, what is it that calls you to draw to those individuals, and what can they give you? What are you looking for?
That's crazy.
And
then what happens when you go back to try to date somebody your own age? You messed up.
Katrina said it's probably sex for her.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, ma'am. With all
she said her truth.
Okay, I respect her truth. That's her truth.
That's her truth.
That's her truth. That's it. Listen here. However, I am going to say there is you got to be careful with that, because if you get involved or have an entanglement with someone that is your children's age, then you have got to be very mindful that you may not be the only one dating that individual because of their youth. One thing about a young man to get it where he can. Okay? A young man, 9 times out of 10, will get it where he can. And so he got G-strings and bloomers. G-strings and bloomers. Now, I don't know what's going on, but you got to be very mindful, because if you're not careful, the battlefield in your mind is that this could be forever. And you can't bank on that based upon the age group.
Yeah, that can't be. We would, like I said, that is some people's truth. But if you basing real relationships and moving forward with possibly finding somebody to move forward with, if that is what it's based on, that ain't gonna go far, because everybody comes to a plateau in their relationship where you need solidarity with two people. And you need that relationship that comes from two people just being together.
Okay, she said her son is 28 and he acts like an old man. Praise the Lord. I thank you for clarifying that up. Amen. Glory be to God. We're going to get out of here, but I want you to, in your dating, I need you to write down the age group in which you would start dating.
Yeah.
And when you would start in dating.
That's great.
Right. So put the age group in there, because remember, people are getting old, because this is what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Ask yourself, if you want to date someone your age group, someone younger or older, put the question mark, why? And then once you want to date that specific age group, do some research when you get out here dating as to what they're willing to do and what they're not. And then if they're a good person, compromise in those areas of weakness and strength. Because in order to connect with someone, you have to get the understanding why you want to be with someone.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. Put those things together. Make sure that when you talking about dating, that like we were saying, you need somebody that's able to match your energy. You need somebody that's able to, what do you want out of it?
Do your homework, please, people.
Do your homework on yourself first, though.
Yeah, do your homework. I like to give people homework when I counsel, speak, and deal with them. Put the age group down. And remember, when you go through a certain age group, there's certain things that's going to come with someone in their 50s. That's not going to come with someone in their
Jane Doe says, do y'all feel that sex is important in the marriage?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
And that's all you got to hear.
Maybe we'll bring that back. We are starting back up our Mondays coupling. You can drop in our
you ravished me on something.
I ravished.
You woke me up out of my sleep. I didn't know what was going on.
I came back in town
and ravished.
And I attacked her.
Glory be to
Cameo,
God.
one of my favorite artist.
Are you
and
ready?
one of my favorite songs that they do is called "Attack Me with Your Love." So I should have had that song playing.
You
but
had
yes,
a song playing,
gon'
but that wasn't it.
Monday we'll be back.
We're
gonna be talking about
slap it up, slip it, rub it down. Oh no! To me, baby.
We're gonna be talking about some topics that you guys want to talk about. And so,
and I would ask
drop
her,
them
why
on
is she?
Did we tell them to drop it in my inbox?
Put it in Fred's inbox. But the question
You put them
is,
in my inbox, so you could definitely put it on UCI.
why
Messenger.
is she? Why doesn't she think it is?
Why does she think?
Why doesn't she think sex is important in a marriage? Sex is very.
No, she was asking the question.
It's very important.
It's very, very important.
It's so important. And if you don't have sex in your marriage, there's a problem there.
Yeah.
There's a problem. There is a problem. If there's no sex in your marriage, there's a problem there. And you need to find out what it is.
You want to talk about that next Monday?
We can talk about it next Monday.
Y'all want to talk about... Give us some hearts if y'all want to talk about sex in marriages.
If you don't have sex in your marriage, there is a very big problem. And the problem might be maybe something happened that does not cause the intimacy to connect. Or it might be...
Somebody laughing.
Or it might be he getting it from somebody else. Or it might be...
Could be a plethora of answers there.
He married to you and that's not what he wants. There are a lot of couples that we deal with, unfortunately, in this time, in this era, that are married to people who are not into them because they're into the opposite, the same sex.
Hey, with that being said, this is Fred and Jamila.
I'm just saying, though. Yes, you asked that question. Girl,
Monday.
Let me tell you something. I don't even know what you're doing. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Put it in Fred's inbox and we're going to talk about it.
God bless you.
You better, let me tell you something.
Join us for coupling.
Put him through a test, darling. When the last time you had some?
7 p.m.
When the last time you had some? What did you do? Tell me what you did. Matter of fact, you home. Go home and rock the mic. See if that'll make a move. If he don't move, the Bible said the marriage bed it said the Bible said. So we in the book now. And so go rock the mic. If he don't move and he go, oh no, not tonight, you got a problem because girl, I'm not your typical pastor. I'll tell you, I ain't like no pastor you ever met in your life. I'm a pastor, but I'm a realist. Go home and your assignment is go rock the mic. Let that be your assignment. He's your husband, right? Do that. And if that don't move him, sugar, we got a serious problem.
I'm about to say, ladies say, I'm 68, my husband's 79, and it's very important. That means that they still moving and grooving.
They're grooving and moving. Come on. We say, all right, we got to go, y'all.
They annoying.
Love y'all. Good God.
Let me say they 68 and 79 and they still. Look here, they just told y'all age ain't nothing but a number.
When you married, child, you supposed
and they happy.
That's right. Be nasty with it. Be nasty. That's what's wrong with half of these pastors and bishops and stuff like that. They ain't letting y'all know the truth. There's some pastors and bishops and stuff that's very, 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 very loving and very, very, and we happen to be one. Amen, Fred.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, come on here and let's get these voices.
Bye. You crazy.
So shut